Hey, good morning, Tony Dimple. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it. This whole thing, thank you, Tony Dimple. Y'all come on in. I'm going to take my time today. There's so much going on, I'm going to take my time. Ooh, I'm going to take my time. It is cold in San Antonio. It's 44 degrees, which is cold here. So I know if it's cold here, it's cold in other places. I know y'all get snow. God bless you all. I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. Snow is pretty when it falls. It's nasty when it stays. So I don't miss the snow. Y'all come on in. Mm, There's a lot going on. How about that water there? Ooh, child. So it's a lot going on. What's up, Miss Virginia? What's up, Tina? Thank you, Miss Virginia. I'm waiting for y'all to come on in. Ooh, Jesus. So I'm gonna get ready to get started. Cause look, cause y'all taking forever. Y'all act like church start at 11:30. Y'all trickling in at 12. Let me go on here and do what I got to do. Ooh, there's a lot going on out there. Let me start with Brian. Brian, I don't know what's going on. Now let me say this. All I know is I was talking with Brian. Something dropped in my spirit about daddy, and that you need to call your daddy, and you need to have a conversation. I don't know why, but something spoke to my spirit, and so I don't have a problem with Brian. I'm not trying to diagnose Brian. You just see certain things. It is what it is. I ain't cuss him out. Didn't call him out of his name or nothing. None of that. None of that. So, well, no, something else done happened, Miss Virginia. My stuff, honey, is a light affliction. Maybe what I said, because I was led, was a light affliction. But baby, Duchess County Love came on and said, Brian, you thirsty? He called Brian a slut. He said that was not ghetto intellect showing his chest. That was somebody from San Francisco. Maybe somebody got lust in their heart. Okay? I don't know what's going on there. So Duchess Love had to say something. And baby, why was Honest Rowe? Cousin Bro. Ooh, my God. When I tell you Honest Rowe, you was gutter. Honest Rowe, you was real gutter this morning. You was gutter. You was gutter. You was gutter. Brian, I don't know what you did to Honest Rowe. I'm gonna tell you again. I don't talk to Roe on the phone like that. So obviously you've been talking to Roe about some very personal stuff. But baby, whatever you did to Roe, baby, I don't know what you did to Roe, but baby Roe is not happy with you. And baby Roe called you everything but a child of God. I don't know what you did to Roe. Roe said you crazy. Roe said don't call me. Work out your own soul salvation with fear and trembling. Baby, I don't know what you did to Roe this morning, but he woke up with murder on his mind. Okay, he woke up with violence on his spirit because baby, he went in. I don't know what you did to Roe. What's up, Catherine? I don't know what you did to Honest Roe. Maybe he woke up with violence on his mind. So I don't know what you did. Did y'all hear Honest Road this morning? I'm like, what the hell? So Ryan get it right. Maybe Ryan is getting it on all ends, baby. He's getting it from Duchess Kelly Love. He's getting it from Honest Road. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, y'all, I have been looking at content creators. I wound up looking at Binary today. I thought he was getting ready to leave. He said that, his days are numbered. I want to know why his days are numbered. And then Binary was talking about Shakim and Ness and stuff. Hey, Hershey, I see you, girl. But Binary, why you got to tell people you be having bumps on your back? Why y'all talk too much? Why you gotta tell people you got bumps on your back and then Sheffy talking about something she like the bus bumps? I'm like, don't tell nobody that. But you did show your Korean heritage when you said you like kimchi. I call that kimchi. And I told you look more Korean. You look more Korean than Japanese. You look Korean. I just wanted to throw that out there. But he was telling people he had some bumps on his back, and I'm like, how you get bumps on your back? No, you need to get an African net. Okay, you need to get an African loofah scrub net. Maybe it'll take care of them bumps. I don't know why you was telling people that, but anyway. Everybody is talking about this Ness and Shakim. I'm going to say this. I ain't Team Ness right now. All I'm going to say is I believe Ness. I believe Ness. I believe Ness. What's up, Ebony 757? I believe Ness because she didn't want to tell it. It seemed like it was very hard for her to bring herself to this. Now, Binary brought out some good points. Binary. What's up, Ruth Ann? Thank you, baby. Binary. No, I don't believe it's a fake beef. I don't believe it's a fake beef. This feels organic in my spirit. Now, Lemon and Ness making up, I feel that's fake. But this Shakim thing, I don't think that's a fake beef. Because there's some truth to this. There is some truth to this. And y'all got to have some discernment. I don't think it's a fake beef. Because I'm going to say this again. Them girls held this in. Nobody ain't say nothing. And I think it was on the scrum that Ness liked Shakim. Baby, pound cakes can't throw no shots at me. Baby, these hoes can't throw no shots. Baby, she can't throw no shots at me until she lose that second gut. Honey, until a hoe start losing second gut and get that voice sounding soprano. Okay, because right now she sounding bass. Baby, bitch can't say nothing to me. All right? Y'all got to realize I don't pay these people no attention. Okay? So, anyway. And he can't either. Because, baby, let me say this. 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 It ain't no fake beef. Because it took Ness a long time to say it. She didn't even want to say it. She was looking out for that boy's best interest. You hear me? And she had to come out and say it. Now, it has been, baby, when it comes to stank, Baby, it has been some confirmed stinking people in the B section. And Rebel said that boy stank. And Rebel don't lie about COVID. And baby, when your stank trumps COVID, you got problems. Lolo said he stank. Everybody done said he stank. I think he may be a likable stank person, but it does not diminish or deduce the fact that that whole stank. And you too skinny to be stank like that. And this is why I think there's an issue going on. Because, baby, even the people in the old sector that you came out of said you stank. I get that. I get that. But you know what? Miss Heat said that, but she the only one who said that. See, when you got 4, 5, 6, 7 people say you stink, then that thing become real. See, everybody stink on Mad Day until 5 and 7 people say you stink. And I don't care how y'all feel about Ness. Again, I'm not Team Ness. I'm listening to the story. And you telling me that Ness stink don't have nothing to do with Shakira. Because I'm talking about people who done said she stank more than one person say she stank. Well, Hershey, girl, give people grace, Hershey. Niece, give people grace. Don't give too much, niece. Don't give too much, niece. Don't give too much, Hershey. We know you don't like that lady. But this is not about Ness. It's about what Ness said about Shakira. And we not going to conflate the two. I ain't never seen nobody who had COVID and say that boy stank. Rose said that boy stank. Baby, it's too many people saying that people stank. Okay? So I know you don't like Ness. I understand that. But we talking about the beat. I don't think it's manufactured. I think it's real. It feels organic to me. Okay? Ness didn't really want to come out and tell it. It is what it is. It is what it is. And then the hoes up there talking about Jay Wood. Let me tell you something. I'm an opportunist. I don't have time to lie. If Ness want to come on this platform and tell me the boy was stank, she can. He can come up here and say what he needs to say about her. But I'm going to tell you what. They held that really good. And I think they gave that boy some grace until they can't give him no more grace. And now, I think it's more stuff. Okay? But y'all can side eye. I don't have a problem. But I think she's telling the truth. I felt that in my spirit. I'm sorry. Oh, I got coffee on my chin, girl. Hold on. Okay. I got coffee on my chin, girl. I know it's Christmas time, and this is when the good beefs come out during Christmas. Okay? People lose all abandon for Christmas because they forget that Jesus is the reason for the season. They be trying to get presents and stuff, and the presents will cause them to do stuff. But baby, I don't think she lying. Baby, I'm very warm today. Baby, it's 42 degrees down here in the San Antonio. I don't believe she lying. Now, Shakim, you can attack me all you want to. Over there with Bree. I don't give a damn about that. I don't give a damn. My thing is, what is your response? Is Ness lying? Oh, you know Rebel don't have no reason to lie. You know Rebel don't have no reason to lie. Rebel said that man stank. Rebel told it. And let me tell you something. This is why I wish Brian had went. Because, baby, if Brian had went, baby, it would have been told. See, Brian was going to hold back. He wasn't going to hold back. He wasn't going to hold back. Y'all know Rebel don't be lying about stuff like that. Rebel said that man stank. And Rubber had COVID. He didn't know he had COVID, but baby, when you can smell and your smell trump COVID, something is wrong. I don't know if Shaquille got an issue of blood and he needs to touch Jesus' garment and be made whole. Baby, I don't know, baby, but he seemed like he got an issue. Maybe it's not with blood, but maybe it's internal. Maybe you eat the wrong foods. Maybe them honey pots or whatever them honey patches or whatever they call them, honey nut and Cheerios. Huh, whatever it is, Ooh, the devil is busy. The devil is busy. Anyway, now look, I don't know if the man was living in his car. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the man was doing. I don't know. But let me say this. I am not attacking that man's looks. I'm not attacking that man. I'm just saying that they say the man stank. And Ness said that she had some issues. Now, I've been in situations where I had somebody in my car and it was a little pungent and I had to let them windows down like this. I had to crack it like this. You hear the traffic? Bro, I had to say, oh, you know what? I'm about to fall asleep. So I need some wind. I need some wind in my face to keep me up. Wank, wank. And so y'all hear that wind? So that's what I had to do because I said I had to be awake. But baby, I had to let some air circulate. I had to let some air circulate in the car because baby, that stagnant air with stank will kill you. So you hear them calls out there. And so the wind was blowing in here. And I said, see, because I didn't want them to know that they were stank at the time. Because, you know, this is when I was like, not trying to hurt people's feelings. But baby, I just said I needed some wind to blow in my face. I was a little sleepy. It wasn't none of that, but it was like, it was that stale air. Y'all hear that air out there, right? That's what I had to do. Okay, let me put my window back up because it's cold out there. And Ness said it was in the wintertime. Ness said it was cold in Seattle, baby. She said it was cold in Seattle, but she still had to put a little window down because she said she was about to catch pneumonia. She said she was about to catch pneumonia and a bacterial staph infection in the throat. But baby, she said I'm gonna have to put these windows down. She said I'd rather go with pneumonia, or as the black people say, pneumonia. Okay. Y'all, you grow in grace and you grow and learn how to tell people they stink. But that's a hard thing to do, to tell people they're a little malodorous. Um, Noble wasn't stank. He just smelled like an ashtray. He smoked a lot. So I'm not gonna say Noble was stank. Noble wasn't stank. Noble just smelled like cigarettes. He just smelled like a whole ashtray. Jay, Brian asking for donations again. Girl, I don't even want to hear it. Now let me say this. I don't have time to argue with Shakim because Shakim is arguing with Ness. And see, what I'm not going to do is get into y'all mess. That's y'all mess. She said you think. I ain't never met you. Don't want to meet you. She met you, not me. Oh, it wasn't a friend. It was a friend, baby. It wasn't a friend. It was an Uber ride. Hello, somebody. It was an Uber ride. Yeah, I said it was an Uber ride, and I had to do what I had to do. Baby, I heard Rotate Up Brian this morning, and Duchess Kelly Love, and Duchess Kelly Love. So let me say this, you all, and what I'm talking about. Oh, you talking about Ness? Okay, but let me say this, y'all. Binarity did make a good point. Binarity said Ness was talking about St. James, Chocolate Bay, Honest Rose's friend, but she really didn't say a lot about Shakim. And even when Shakim was there, it wasn't a lot. He wasn't given a lot. And I didn't think about that. I think she was fading from Shakim. And baby, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I think those people did Shakim a favor because they know Stank. And it's really interesting that Shakim came on the back end of the trip, but I think people really just, thank you, Govs girl. I think people just was quiet because, this is why I think that there's a mental issue going on. First of all, Shakim is not an ugly person. Now, I know we always want to go with ugly and all that, but he's not. He goes to the gym. He is somewhat articulate. So it don't match up with Stank. See what I'm saying? That don't match up with Stank. And so when you looking like that and you Stank, it throws people off. And people be like, and I don't really think Ness wanted to talk about Shakim. I think she just wanted to leave it be. I think she just wanted, thank you, Jules, baby. I think that she just, girl, it's a little hoodie in the back. Girl, I can put it on like this and look like Grace Jones. Okay? But I don't think she really wanted to talk about Shakim. I think Ness really wanted to do. I think Ness is really telling the truth. I think Ness just wanted to fade from Shakim and just leave that man alone. Because Ness did not, she thought something was off that you would come around people think. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say this. Nobody at Nesscation said Ness stank. But people nobody in Las Vegas said Ness stank either. I want y'all to catch that. But people in Las Vegas said Shakim stank. People at Nesscation said Shakim stank. And then they said Shakim went to New York stinking. Baby, that's too many groups. That's groups of people. Now, on Mad Day, everybody stank. Everybody press stank on Mad Day. But, baby, when you got a group of people saying you stank, and I think Ness just really wanted to fade. And this is why this beef is organic. Because, baby, she didn't want to tell this. I really do believe that Ness wanted to just fade away. She said after that airport, she said she was done with it. You know, she wasn't going, because something ain't right. But she said only because people kept on picking that she came out like she did. And I'm not Team Ness, but I'm just looking at things. I'm just saying, Jay Wilson and Chad Lolo is too nice at times. Soon they came back and said she said he stank. Shakim said it doesn't matter if he stank because he's still. Baby, let me tell you something. It ain't it the nasty ones who always think that nobody don't want no stank but Dusty. Nobody don't want no stank hot dog. That's nasty. That's nasty. I would hate to see these bathrooms and these beds. That's nasty. And my thing is this. Is that all you got going for you? Because if you had all of that, and if your stuff was so special, then you would treat your skin like that's part of your skin. So if your skin is nasty, your stuff is nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty. And you can say what you want, but hygiene is extremely important. Even the slaves knew that hygiene was important. Ooh, the slaves knew. Maybe they were singing "Still Away to Jesus" and in the lake washing, and they knew how to take a bath. The ancestors are not pleased. The ancestors are not pleased. Oh my God, Lord Jesus. The only people I know that have problems with taking a bath are homeless and coffee beans. That's where I'm going. Maybe he both. I don't know. Of course. I don't care how clean you are. But, man, you got it going on. You always dressed to impress. Jules, nah, girl, don't, Girl, I ain't nobody. I ain't no executive or nothing. Baby, the elderly, I can understand that, but even some of the elderly know how to. Girl, it just don't make no sense. And I truly believe that, and that's one line. I mean, y'all, you can feel in your spirit. And I just think a lot of people don't like Ness. And don't get me wrong, me and Ness have had some epic battles. But I know in my spirit that Ness ain't lying. Now, has Ness embellished some things? Yes. But baby, I can feel in my spirit that this is organic beef. When you done been around beefs, you can tell manufactured shit and you can tell organic. And baby, when it comes to hygiene, I don't think Ness is lying. I don't even think Ness wanted to come out with this. I really don't. And I know a lot of people don't like her, but see, I'm not looking at likability right now. And see, I don't even have an issue with Shakim. But it's just too many people who said that man is malodorous. And he has a very pungent odor. And let me tell you something. When Rebel said it, I believed it the first time. Because Rebel don't lie about that kind of stuff, y'all. He does not lie about that kind of, and I've not known Rebel to lie. And Rebel is a pretty straight up, straightforward guy. So when Ness says it, it just only adds to what other people have said. I'm just being real. So it's not about if you like Ness or not, or you dislike Shakim or not. Is she telling the truth? I may not like that hoe, but is she telling the truth? And if you got a peel of onions, no pun unintended, then I think she's telling the truth. And I don't think she wanted to come out and do this. And I believe that she wanted to fade from him. And Nerdy made a good point. She did not talk a lot about Shakim on Nesscation. Not like she did for the Vegas trip. And I believe that she was fake. And I'm going to be honest, I believe she was quite embarrassed when he came nasty like that in front of all them people. Chocolate Bay is clean. Even when Chocolate Bay was a big boy, you ain't smell nothing. Chocolate Bay is clean. I know St. James ain't smelling like a musk ox. I know he's not going to come like that. I met with Ro personally. Ro don't stink. Nor does he have bad breath. Now, everybody might have a moment, and this is why you have some chewing gum. See what I'm saying? You got some chewing gum, and you get some chewing gum, like some extra stuff. Say I'm saying I'm drinking this coffee, right? I got some extra. So, I mean, but see, so, yeah. And I don't think these people have a reason to lie. So my thing is, what's up, Soberless in Seattle? I think that there may be a mental illness or some homelessness. I mean, but it don't make no sense. But you know what, though? They don't like Ness, so we'll do that. And let me say this, I don't have a problem with nobody. Am I saying Ness is perfect? No. And I'm not kissing Ness's butt. But I believe Ness. I heard her story. I heard in her throat. It was almost like I feel sorry for him. I really don't want to do this, but you pressing me. And she really didn't want to tell it. And I really didn't want to hear. I was like, no, don't do that, Ness. But baby, when she said, when she started talking about airborne and stuff, baby, I got intrigued. I'm sorry, I got a little messy. I was trying to take the high road, but baby, she hit some points that I was like, go on, tell it. I'm, baby, I don't think she was trying to tell it like that. Mm. And then people like, well, she gonna come back. I don't know. I don't know. I remember a college friend. She told me she went on a date with a guy and asked her to go down. Ah, my God. Because you don't tell me how to think, Hershey. Nobody don't tell me how to think. I'm 55, and you gotta make sense. Girl, I forgot where I got this from. I think I might have got it from K&G. I think I might have got it from K&G. I think I got this from K&G. Um, but y'all can't tell me what to think. Y'all can't tell me what to think. And when people try to tell me what I should think because you got a problem with somebody, and then you want to come, no, 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 no. See, I'm nice with people until I'm not nice no more. And see, that Aries in me is real reactive. And I don't have nothing against Pizarro. But baby, you're not gonna tell me how to think and who's gonna be on my platform. See, I don't have alliance. Oh, she was serious. She was serious. Let me tell you something. I got spirit of discernment. I got spirit of discernment. And I discerned that she really didn't want to tell it. Cause see, I can detect bullcrap. That apology she gave with me and Catherine, I don't know. I felt some kind of way. I'm like, we'll see. See, I know I got some discernment, but baby, this had a different kind of feel to it. Y'all don't be listening to the emotions and stuff. Y'all, I be in the spirit, and in my spirit, she sounded like she really didn't want to tell it, but she did. Hmm. Let me see what y'all saying here. Thank you, Teresa, baby. What's up, MBK? MBK even vouched for Ness. And then they tried to say MBK. Now, MBK, if you paying for electric bills and if you paying for mortgages and rent, can I please get on that list? Because they said that you paying Ness's light bill and her mortgage, and I'm good too. You know what I'm saying? If you want to pay a mortgage of 3, hey, you know what I'm saying? Because they said that you paying her light bill over there and her mortgage. CX know what he doing, and he just is messy. That's why he like this sector. And then always want to put the sector down, but he just is messy. Didn't he put out MBK and Ghetto Intellect Mess? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm reading y'all comments. Let me see. Well, you don't know every gay man, so shut the hell up. Moving right along. Ah, baby, these trolls. I told you why Hershey. I don't have nothing against her either, but you gotta watch what you write. And if you're not sure about your writing, you might need to read it twice. Baby, I don't think this is a storyline. I think that somebody wanted to step out and then got I'm just a subject, but baby, Brianna, and piece of them said that you paying, and people have verified that you paying electric and light bills over there. That's what they said. So you better talk to Brianna and piece of them because they were saying that you was up there paying for bills and shit. They act like they knew. Baby, these people don't love nobody. They only like who's the winner or look like who's winning. Now, all I'm going to say is I don't have nothing against any of these people, but I'm going to say that I think that this is not a manufactured beef. Baby, when you get the hygiene That's personal. Nobody wants to be told that they stink. Nobody agrees to say, "Oh yeah, Ness, you're gonna say I'm stank, and that's how we gonna play this." No, 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 because Shakim already feel like he the it anyhow. He feel like he can get anybody, right? So when you dealing with folk egos, and now you dealing with hygiene and dirtiness and stank, baby, no, nobody don't play them games about that. That ain't manufactured beef. That's serious. And Ness did not sound like she was embellishing. She sounded like she didn't even want to go into it. And it seems like they knew since Las Vegas and kept it. And then they held on to it because they seemed like they really liked Shakim. And that's how it seems to me. No, nobody, nobody ain't caping. Let me tell y'all something. See, let me tell y'all about y'all hoes. Y'all hoes up here, y'all whole stuff. You all are really emotionally attached to these characters. See, I look beyond the character. I look at what's going on. Now, if Shakim can come out and with something besides attacks, maybe I would believe him. But nobody ain't capable for nobody because you know what? The same people will come and cuss you out. That's the bottom line. So, baby, nobody ain't stressed. I just like a good I just like a good beef. I'm just tired of this manufacturer stuff. Baby, let me say this. I could care less about that man. Hate that man? Are you serious? She got me with Craig. That's a funny thing. Do you all not know I called Ness and I said that was good, Ness? First of all, she didn't get me with Craig because first of all, you got me fucked up. I don't do broke. I don't do felons. I don't do people who live with their mama. See, if you really knew me, that was not it. You hear me? That ain't it. That may be it for y'all hoes, but that ain't it for me. It is. I got somebody. I don't do felons. I don't do broke. I don't do living with your mama. So that may have been hot for y'all, but I talked to Ness. I said that Craig thing was funny as hell. I said, you got talent, Ness. Da 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 da. See, you all don't know the inner workings. And see, this is why I laugh at y'all hoes. I don't take this serious. This is a job. This is not my life. This is a job. But see, I'm to the point where I can look beyond the foolishness. I can look beyond the foolishness and see really what's going on. See, y'all really attached to these people. Ness, Tracy, all of them will talk about me, you, and your mama tomorrow. Because this is the beef sector. There is no lawyer. I go off of how I feel. Period. Period. Oh my God. I was trying to holler at Noble. Really? Really? No. Let me say this, you all. Who I have is exactly who I'm supposed to have. They are successful, they are younger than me, and they are responsible. And baby, the grass ain't greener on the other side. So that's why I stay to my side. Y'all hoes got me fucked up again. I'm too wise and too old to be fucked up with y'all. Why do I want an ashtray with one lung and was limping like a Vietnam veteran just coming home? Hoes, y'all got me fucked up. I, I don't know who y'all hell y'all think I am, but I'm not that. I think you need to ask somebody because I'm not that. I didn't even date broke women. So like hell, I will date a broke man. You got me fucked up. Baby, I don't date beneath my privilege. That's y'all hoes. You see these teeth here? Baby, that's 5 years with a dentist. African American dentist. Catch, 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 hoes, catch. I ain't no gold digger, but I ain't gonna mess with a broke. You know what? Ah, come on. Catch! Ah! Oh my God. I wish I could be ugly for y'all. I wish I could have missing teeth, all of that. But sorry, hoes, I just don't got that. Now, am I aging? Yes, because I'm an older man. Yes, I'm gonna have wrinkles and grays, but bitch, I'm just not that dude. 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 I'm sorry. I'm just not that dude. Okay, I don't have somebody with 8 children. Okay, and babysitting. That ain't my judge. And I don't think I'm better than anybody. I just make better decisions. It's called addition and multiplication. I don't deal with division and subtraction. No, boo boo. No. Woo, Jesus. Uh. Baby, I do like, but not only do you got to be aesthetically appealing, you got to be intellectually appealing, and you got to be a worker. I like a hard working woman. I mean, come on, we got to have something together. What you bringing to the table? Nobody ain't gonna take care of no grown man, and nobody ain't gonna take care of no grown woman. Now we can take care of each other. I can understand if you lose a job because I'm gonna support you. But baby, nobody ain't trying to deal with no busted brick. Y'all can do that. I'm sorry. What package? What package? Excuse me. What package again? What package again? What package again? Look, I'm not gonna even dignify y'all ignorance. Y'all know that that's not anything I would. Not on my worst day. I could be sick with many maladies, lose all my teeth. I'm still not there. Not on my worst day, hoes. Okay. I hate to tell y'all that, but I'm sorry. I'm just not that dude. Thank you, just be trolling. Mm-mm. Ooh, that coffee is good. Baby, baby, these girls and these trolls, they doing the most. I know they think everybody want them. Hell, Teresa didn't half even want you. So I know. You know what though, y'all? I ain't playing though. I was looking at Teresa and him. I'm like, girl, this what you want? I'm like, well, if you happy, niece, I'm happy for you. I'm like, girl. I'm like, girl. So if I was looking at, is you serious? Is you serious? Y'all, let me say this. Girl, my heart went out that I gave them a ride. Because that nigga didn't even have enough decency. Didn't have enough decency to get his girl an Uber. She paid for her drink. And I'm going to give Tracy this. Tracy is very benevolent. Tracy said, Jay, you want a drink? I'm like, no, I'm good, Tracy. Tracy offered me a drink, but I was good. You know what I'm saying? Tracy had her money. Why I want somebody like that? Hell no, you can't live in San Antonio without no car. We don't have no light rail here. Girl, Ubers cost money here. It takes me about an hour and some change to get to work in this bad damn traffic. And if you got to take buses, you going to have about 15 transfers. Girl, this ain't a city that you, baby, don't play. Anyway, so y'all can hang that Noble thing up. That's dead in the water right there. Okay? Baby, that's dead in the water right there. He ain't catching no strays. He catching the truth. Because I think that he may have thought that, but that's a lie from the pits of hate. And if anything, that's what he was thinking. Baby, y'all know better than that. Let me say this. I done met many nice looking people, and nobody has said that Jay was thirsty for me. I done met Noble. I mean, not Noble. Yeah, I met Noble. I done met Chocolate Bay. I done met Rebel. I done met Jives. I done met Wolverine. I done met Honest Rowe. And none of them have said Jay Wilson tried to come on to me. Now, all of a sudden, Noble is Denzel Washington. Hoes, y'all better go sit down somewhere. Y'all better go sit down. Now, Noble is Denzel Washington now. Now Noble is the Denzel Washington and the Blair Underwood of the B sectors. Hoes, y'all need to go take a nap. I can't believe y'all. Oh, yeah, I done met these people. And not one of them have come back. I done met Duchess Kelly Love. Now, they done had it out that me and Duchess Kelly Love was supposed to be getting together, and that's why he went to left his hood. Baby, we laughed at that shit. But, baby, I done met these folks. Nobody ain't trying to get with these people. Oh, I don't make up with anybody, baby. You have to be diplomatic, Fridge, and that's the problem with these people. Y'all ain't diplomatic. I'm an Aries. We'll cuss you out, but we okay. You know what I'm saying? And this is a business, boo. Again, I'm not emotionally attached. I know that Ness is prone to cuss me out tomorrow, or Tracy could cuss me out tomorrow. But when you write, you write. And when you feel that this is right, you're right. See, the thing is, I don't let subscribers, nor do I let content creators control how I think. And that bothers you all. But y'all need to find a hoe y'all can control. Because I don't let y'all control me. And I don't care how much money you give. I don't care how much you like me. That's why hoes come and go. Come and go. Come and go. It's a lot of people who used to be over here now. They ain't over here. Because first of all, I'm not going to give you all that attention. And that's the thing. Oh, yeah, I met Sean Bradley as well. Oh, yeah, I met, yeah. So, again, nobody ain't made up with nobody. I'm diplomatic. And, again, you all, just because I say that man stank and I believe it, that don't mean I'm Team Ness. I am Team Truth. Rebel has said it. Ro has said it. Lolo has said it. Now Ness has said it. So y'all think he smell good? Do y'all want to go smell him? Do y'all want to go smell him? Y'all want to go smell him? Huh? I can believe the people. I don't have to go smell it to know. That's all I'm saying. Jada, that's what I'm saying, baby. And the bottom line is there is a lot of Ness hatred, and that's okay. You can hate her. I don't hate nobody. I'm not in that such a deep beef that I gotta hate somebody. Baby, she may have lied, but baby, she got back up on this one, and I'm just sorry. You know, until something else comes up, you can't change my mind. I believe that the boy was stank, and I believe that Ness had some issues with his hygiene. And you can say whatever you want. Ain't changing my mind. Ain't changing my mind a bit. Because there's too many people who have met that boy and say he stank. I'm just saying. And Shakim has been over here. And let me say this. Shakim can still come over here. He's not on the pay up list. He ain't on the pay up list. See, this is the open forum. Anybody can come here. You're going to get the same question. So, I don't know. Y'all can be mad. Y'all, my mind is not changed. It's a lot of people who don't like Ness. I told Ness again, Again, I told her that Brianna was right when it came to nestation. And yeah, baby, I'm just real like that. I'm just real like that. So it is what it is. Baby, let me tell you something. I don't pay her mortgage. I don't sleep with her. I don't feed her dog or cat rather. So, baby, I'm just here for the baby. I'm sorry. I'm here for the fish and the loaves. I am not here for their ministry. I am not here for these people's ministry. I'm here for the fish and the loaves. That's it. Now y'all can be here for the ministry. I'm here for the fish and the loaves. That's all. That's all. And some of y'all too invested, baby. I'm just going with the story because it's organic and it's not manufactured. Now y'all can think it's manufactured. I don't think it is because it's dealing with personal hygiene. That's all I'm saying about that. Now that Nest and Lemon thing, that's a whole new different ballgame. Now, one thing I am gonna say is I didn't know that somebody broke into Nest's house and took her cat. Girl, they stealing pussy from the house. Honey, I didn't know that. I'm like, girl, you need to find a safer neighborhood. Girl, they breaking in apartments. I don't feel safe. Mm-mm. Oh, you better get an alarm or something, or a ring doorbell or something. Jesus. Now, see, that says a lot. Now, see, y'all ain't catch that. See, I don't be saying nothing. But I'm like, girl, somebody done stole your cat. Somebody done whipped. She said they broke in and thank God she got Spencer back. Oh, my God. So you need to get in an executive neighborhood because right now that neighborhood ain't sounding too executive if people breaking in that house. Now, again, people say, ooh, Jay so messy. But see, y'all don't understand. I be hearing, baby, a cat burglar. Girl, a cat burglar. Okay? A cat burglar. That's baby. I said that earlier. Y'all know what I'm saying. But you know, I caught that. Now I ain't say nothing. I didn't really get deep into that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So baby, look. See, I be hearing things just because I don't say nothing. That don't mean I ain't heard it. But right now, it was about the stank. So that's what I'm about. See, and let me tell you what. Let me tell you what I was not interested in. I'm gonna tell you what I was not interested in. I wasn't interested in if Lemon and Ness got paid by Ty. I don't give a damn about that. And Sean was there. And can I say this? You know what? Now I think Uppity Negro got wait. Well, Uppity, what's her name? Uppity Negro got baby. I think Uppity was drunk as Cooter Brown. She was on a panel with this heat. I happened to catch that, baby. But drunk Uppity was still defending her case. And I ain't mad at you, drunk Uppity, honey. Uppity was slurring and stuff, but Uppity was making sense about the Sean Bradley thing. Uppity was like, you know, yeah. And people try to make stuff, this conspiracy theory stuff. But let me say this. If Ty paid for it, and I'm not interested in that. That ain't no big whoop for me. And this he talking about something. It's the timeshare. It's the timeshare. And Uppity like, look. Uppity said, look. Yeah, I know. Baby, Uppity was slurring. Girl, it was between sleep and alcohol. But it is what it is. Lord is blocking season today. Lord, I'm just gonna block in Jesus' name. Girl, we doing a reduction today. I'm telling you, it's gonna be slimmer than a Hyundai vehicle assembly plant. Now, y'all, let me say this though. Hyundai is being investigated because a lot of people have lost their lives on that assembly line. Hyundai purposely goes to states like Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi because they have lax labor laws, and they are anti-union. And baby, when I tell you that Hyundai is using illegals, allegedly, according to this investigation, they're using child labor. They said that children, according to what I saw on YouTube, um, children at the age of 13. And they're also using prison inmates. And because they're using prison inmates and paying them $10 an hour, it is depressing the other people from making more money. And so, with that raid in Georgia, it's doing a lot. There are people in Clarksville, Tennessee, who worked for Hyundai, and they were saying that people are getting sick. I'm telling you. So, in the midst of this beef sector mess, I'm staying very current with current events. So yeah. Why do they think Sean Bradley is? Sean let it be known he supported Ness. I mean, but if he did, okay, who who Ty paid for it? Who Ty paid for it? I'm like, okay, so and if she did or did not, if she was or was not, who gives a damn? See, it's the things that I don't give a damn about that. Lemon and Ness making up. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see it play out. Now, I do want to know why Honest Road cussed Brian out like he stole something. I do want to know that. I do want to know why Duchess Kelly Love called Brian a slut. See, those are the things that I want to know about. Now, I will say that Brian, with his paranoid ass, thought I was talking to Honest Road. Because obviously, from what he told me, that he and Ro was even talking about his daddy and his father. So he was like, so you've been talking to Honest Row. You told on yourself because I don't talk to Honest Row like that. Now, let me say this. I'm not an enemy of Row. And me and Ro, we do share something. Because when you go to the same HBCU, you share something. That's like you family. But even when Ro and I were at dinner, we rarely talked about you. Did we talk about you? Yeah. But baby, you was not the focus of the conversation. So, but I don't know what Brian and Honest Row have gone through. But baby, hey, Honest Row cussed Brian out like a hoe on a scroll. I'm like, my God. And with me and Brian, that situation, y'all, let me say this. I'm not trying to diagnose anybody, but if anybody has taken Psychology 101 and studied Freud and those psychologists, you know that your parents influence your development. And some things you have to unlearn. And all I'm saying to Brian is you got to deal with your darkness before you can get to your light. And my thing is, even though you may not like your father and think he's not a good person, you're here. That's your biological father. And you share some genetic things with him. I'm not saying that you got to be friends, but some of your questions may be answered if you talk to him. And I can see if he don't want to talk to you. That's a different story. But maybe it's a fear of rejection, a fear of something. I don't know. But that's Psychology 101. So, yeah. But the beef sector has been very interesting. That's why I tell people the beef sector ain't dying. Mm-mm. It's cyclical. It has its ebbs and its flows. When it ebbs, it ebbs. And when it flows, it flows. And that's it. And this is why other sectors are so attracted, and the B sector appeals to them, because we know that it's not going to look the same that it did at the beginning. But I do see a dumbing down of talent and people who are funny. I do see a dumbing down of that. So yeah. Child, Ron ain't coming to Virginia. Ron ain't even coming to San Antonio. Baby, I don't know why people. Whatever. Okay. What's up, D Miss O? And D Miss O, do you know why Ro cussed Brian out? Cause baby, I woke up to this morning with violence. Baby, it was violence. I woke up with verbal violence. So do you know why? And Duchess Kelly Love was even coming for Brian this morning. Some about ghetto intellect and a hairy chest. Uh, so do you know he's sick of it? What is he sick of, Miss O? Could you please tell me what he's sick of? Now I am gonna drop this link because I was very perplexed. Because something happened, and I don't know what happened. And Nia Rowe was talking about some about a job, and I'm like, is he cutting up like that? Is he really cutting up like that? You know, because people shouldn't be doing certain things.
Well, TMO is going to tell it, but Ro was pissed. Ro was really not trying to hear it. And Ro was like, I'm sick of it. Okay. Why is Ro looking like a soft and lovely commercial with that hair all long, looking like Absalom in the Bible? Why is he looking like Absalom in the Bible? Absalom Ro. Okay, hold on, somebody coming up. Hey, Miss Regina, how you doing?
Good morning, Brother Jay. How are you? Looking great.
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Doing good. I'm in
Hey,
Houston.
Miss O. What's going on, Miss Virginia?
Oh, okay. Hey, Miss Miss O. Yeah, I just wanted to make this one point before you ladies, before Miss Miss O gets started. My mother had 6 children, right? And 3 boys and 3 girls. Now, one of my sisters, she was a stink pot, but she couldn't help it because we all know that sweat is waste, right? So she had overactive sweat glands. Overactive sweat glands. She didn't have to be doing nothing. She would just sweat her whole body from head to toe. And so, I guess, she could have gone to the doctor and got a shot for that. My mother didn't think anything of it. What she would do, she would just make this underarm concoction, baking soda and alcohol for her underarms. And because she sweat all the time, she really hurt, to take baths because she was always wet. Her hands stayed sweaty. She would drop stuff. You follow me? Because her hands was wet and it would slip out of her hands.
I get you, but you can't be looking ashy. I don't see a whole lot of, baby. He be looking ashy sometimes. That would work, Miss Virginia, but he be looking ashy.
You mean the baking soda and alcohol?
No, you said your sister be sweating. And I don't see too much sweat. Even when Shaquem was at the gym, he wasn't doing a lot of sweat.
Oh, I don't know about Shaquem. I'm just explaining why my sister was a stinky pot.
Because okay, I thought it had some correlation.
No,
I thought there was a little correlation to Shaquem. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying because sweat is waste, so she was always thinking because of the sweat. You follow me? Overactive sweat glands. So I'm just saying that can be an issue if a person sweats a lot. You almost
Mm,
have to keep like little wipes around with you
mm.
at all
Little
times.
wipes.
Because, huh?
Mm. Little wipes and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Lord have mercy. Little wipes.
Yeah, you
Little
have to keep
wipes.
Not
wipes
little
with
white,
you.
not little.
Keep keep a bucket of wipes because you're constantly wiping your face and your
Mm,
neck and your
mm,
arms, to freshen up. You're already wet, and then you
mm,
got wet wipes to kind of
mm.
and that gets old. And she's always had that as a child,
Oh,
and she
my
still
God.
has it now. So has
Mm.
anybody ever heard of overactive sweat gland?
I have, but
Yeah, I have.
I have. Mm-hmm.
And in a case like that, you want to wear cotton
Mm,
clothing. You follow me? So it can absorb, some of
mm.
the
Yeah, because the
sweat.
clothing that I saw was very much rayon, very much polyester. I ain't see a stitch of cotton. So you right about that. Sometimes you gotta wear natural clothing. My God,
If
my
you're a
God.
sweater like that. And she was
Somebody
not a
said
fat
Shakim has no
person.
issue with overactive glands.
Yeah,
Somebody
she was
said
not a fat person at all.
somebody
So,
said Botox help.
oh, so
Jesus.
can you imagine in school as a child with this problem? Kids
Mm,
to you, you stink.
oh,
And it's just one of those things. And as you grow
my
older as
God.
a female, you have these other
Today.
issues. And she was the only one in the family who had this issue, and it just happened. I'm not saying if that's Shakim's issue, but if you take a person that sweats a lot, they have to refresh and bathe or shower a lot if you're very, very active like that. And that can really harm the skin. Texas water has a lot of lead in it. Oh my God, you take a shower or bath here, when you get out, you have to put lots and lots of olive oil on your skin because it dries your skin out. But you got to get clean. It's a chore. It's a chore.
Yes.
So that's all I had to say
That's
about
something.
that.
Thank you, Miss Virginia. That you have really enlightened us today. Texas water is very hard. That's why I got that water softener because
Yeah.
not only is it that, but it has a lot of limestone, so it's very hard water. And telling you, it will mess up your refrigerator. It will stop up and clog your shower.
Yeah.
My God, somebody said he's in Detroit, not Texas. Lord Jesus, let me stop because y'all is not nice. Y'all's not nice.
No,
Well,
but
we got
I'm
this
talking
Miss
about, I'm
Virginia ain't
talking
talking about him. She talking about her sibling growing up.
custom. Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
so like the water softener is very. You don't want to drink that
Oh,
water.
wait.
You do not
Mm,
want to drink it.
no.
It probably, and a lot of people live in old houses and apartments where the pipes are old and that water comes through there and it picks up some of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah,
So if
I
you're
got you, Miss
washing,
Virginia.
yeah,
Yeah, but
that's all
hold on for
right.
a minute. Somebody said Brian said Ro not telling us the whole story. Uh,
Uh-oh.
D Miss O, you said Ro is sick of it. Now I'm gonna tell you. I was watching Ro this morning, and Ro was not having it, and Ro was like not having it. What's
Uh-huh.
going on with Ro and Brian? I was very surprised. I don't know if D Miss
Oh,
O was there.
Pastor. Oh, sorry, my husband
Okay.
was harassing me. Okay. The now Ro is upset because Brian keeps coming every day, and Ro is also more upset about my inclusion in this because as a friend, he feels upset because when Brian gets a wild hair, he comes over there, he telling people he on Kimmy panel, he on this person panel. He left that panel with me and you, Jay Wilson, went right over to Kimmy's and said that he know Ro is telling his business to me and to you, that y'all became bosom buddies after the trip, and that I'm getting it and you getting it and we swapping it in some kind of way, because that's why you came for his dad out the way. Somebody had to drop down and remind him, genius. You mentioned that shit to D Miss O and Jay Wilson a while back ago about your dad. And I said, yes, you are your own op, Brian. Bro, don't tell me none of this stuff. Everything I've learned from about you has been from you over at Jay Wilson's platform or your own, or when you and Ro get in trouble. Ro don't call me and gossip about you. We talk about more important things than you. And we seriously think you need to go talk to somebody, because this ain't normal to be having hallucinations that you telling people business that you ain't even told them or you barely told them, forgetting when you be coming over here looking for consult, whatever you want to call it, before I get in trouble, and you run your mouth. And so Ro is tired of it.
You know, I knew Ro was gonna get. I knew he was gonna get attacked, because at the end of the day, Brian mentioned his father. I don't talk to Ro on the phone. The most I talked to Ro was when I was in Virginia, because we were meeting up. So he told on himself when he said, "Oh, you talking to Ro now?" Because it seemed like the same thing you said, me and Ro. And then he stopped himself. But it tells me that you're telling Ro about this stuff. And see, the spirit don't lie. I don't know why. I'm being very honest. But something said, talk to your daddy. And the reason why I went there, D Miss O, is because, you know, me and my dad had that 12-hour ride, you know, round trip from Florida to Atlanta, back from Atlanta to Florida. And, you know, I always speak to my dad. Me and my dad are always on the phone. But when you got to be with somebody for 6 hours, you know, you learn new things, and, you know, and it was deep, right? So I guess my Thanksgiving, actually connecting with family, it was more about family than food. And I said that, but it was a reason. And then all of a sudden, Brian slips up and says, "You've been talking to Ro." No, I haven't, but you have. And you told on yourself. And it's really amazing. And if I were Ro, I would be sick of it as well. See, you know, Brian said what you're saying, Jay Wilson, is wrong and all of that stuff. Okay, all right. But at the end of the day, what you don't understand is that your parents have a great influence on you. And sometimes in order to move forward, you got to know what your past is about and what went on. You know, you may find something out about your mom that you may not want to know. Because what he really got pissed off about was when I said, well, obviously your mama found something in your daddy. You here. You didn't come through a test tube. And baby, he got real mad about that. So obviously, you know, there's some things that he may not want to face. And then he tried to ask me about my uncle and everything. And I mean, you know, yeah, that's why I went home. I spoke to my uncle and we had a deeper, more than surface conversation. And I don't have a problem with saying that. I live in Texas. My family lives in Florida for the most part. And so, you know, I just thought it was interesting, but I knew when he had mentioned Ro, it was going to be some mess. Because what he told me was he's talking to Ro about personal family issues. And what Ro is telling him is, you need to go find a damn therapist because you ain't right in the head. And I think he's very paranoid. I don't talk to Ro. The most that I've talked to Ro was when we were connecting when I was in Virginia, because I truly wanted to meet Ro. And let me say this, you all, Ro is a great person, but y'all know I don't play with content creators like that. I talk to D Miss O every once in a while, but I don't talk to me on, hey, D Miss O, hey, D Miss O. No, I can't tell you what D Miss O drive. I can't tell you how she got her hair, because we don't do that. I don't talk to Vivian every day. So it was paranoia. And so, like I said, I don't have to lie about that. But what I am going to say is that it tells us, from what you said, that you talk to Ro about things you should be talking to a therapist about. And I think Ro is pretty tired, because at the end of the day, you go off of wrong information and you will hurt somebody because of your paranoia, not getting the facts. I guarantee you that I can promise you I haven't talked to Ro, and definitely not about you. That dad thing came up because Thanksgiving, you spoke about it. You came up on my channel saying that you were embarrassed because your dad had another child, and you saw it on Facebook. Did he not say that, D Miss O? D Miss O probably doing something, but that's what he said. So you can't be mad at me. Oh, she does.
Okay. Wow.
You can't be D Miss O. You know, hurt people. And I don't blame Ro. I would back up. And I don't know what you and Duchess Kelly Love got going on, but that's a whole different story too. But Brian, I'm sorry, I'm not the one who is your enemy. But you put it on YouTube and we talk about it. So, you know, I'm sorry that you upset. And Ro is a nice person, but you can't be nice to people who are paranoid. And see, this is the thing. This is why we can't keep relationships. Now, I'm going to say this. You can't keep a relationship with Mississippi, because Mississippi has drawn boundaries and said, no, we're not going to do this. So you get mad at him and drag him. Then you get mad at Ro. I'm looking at these patterns. So, like I said, I don't know what you got going on with Duchess Kelly Love and stuff, but it is what it is. I kind of figured it was going to be something about Ro in this situation, but Ro didn't do anything. Ro didn't say anything about you. So I just want to be very clear about that. Now, look, y'all, I actually got to go, but I want to thank Miss Regina for coming on, and the Miss O. And D Miss O for coming on, and everybody for coming on. I know it's going to be an interesting week. I don't hate nobody. I ain't on Team Ness. I ain't on Team Tracy. I'm on Team Evidence. And Shakim is welcome over here. You don't have to pay to get on, but I just do believe that a lot of people said that you're a little malodorous, and they said you have a little pungent smell to you, and this is not the first time. So my thing is, you know, what it do? What it do? You know what I'm saying? So that's it.
Yeah.
So y'all, I gotta go, but it was nice talking to y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and love. Bye.